What's up everyone, Max here, and thank you very much for tuning into the special announcement video highlighting what's going to be going on with the future and the current plans of the Assist Me series. This is also going to be kind of a general channel update for all my subscribers to kind of let you guys know what's going on, because there's a lot going on right now. Some of you might have seen a few tweets and it caused a little bit of unwanted buzz, but essentially things are happening regarding the future of Assist Me, the location we currently shoot at right now, which is also my home, and some other key members of the Assist Me crew. And I kind of just wanted to break it off to you guys and let you know what's going on, what the deal is, and not really hide any secrets, because this show is kind of driven by the fans, I think, and that's what keeps us motivated. So essentially, I released a message yesterday to a bunch of my followers that I'm losing my home because of Assist Me, and one of our main crewmen is losing their job, and they have a kid on the way. So let's start with the first one, losing my home. Just to let you guys know, this is my home, but it's not my house. It's just a condo in Santa Monica, so it's not like a huge thing. But it is a pretty sweet gig, and we were getting a very good deal due to things like rent control, which are very uncommon in places like Los Angeles. But because of current situations and challenges in shooting within a very tightly knit neighborhood and location in the middle of the city, there's a lot of challenges that come with doing productions as big as we try to pull off. Not just like the cost wise, I mean as far as the convenience. We have to make a lot of noise on this show. We have a lot of people over sometimes, and that was really not okay with the landlords, and it hasn't been for some time, and we've been aware of it, and we've tried to keep things on the down low and change things and try to keep them appeased as much as possible. But at the same time, like, one of the big things that was challenging was we wanted to keep pushing the envelope, and it's pretty much my fault at this one, because I just wanted to envision or put to film what my vision was, which was like a giant zombie outbreak. And with things like that, they just aren't okay with it. So it's not that our landlords are bad people at all. They gave us a great deal on a great place that we lived for in a long time. And it's nothing too traumatic for us to move, except for the fact that it's just going to cost more because we had a sweet deal going on here. So don't feel too bad. It's not like, oh God, save Max's house. There's nothing to save. We just rent this place out, guys. Do not have to feel too bad about that. What we are going to miss is the shooting location, and we not be able to shoot at this place any longer. So due to complaints from neighbors and other things besides like moving the big equipment, you guys don't really see it behind the camera, and we don't show it too often, but there are very large lights that go on here. They take a lot of power, and it's not really designed for a residential area like this. So essentially we would need to do something like get a set or get some other location or something opposite to continue things like Assist Me. And if we were to do that, well, that's pretty expensive, especially for a place like Los Angeles. So we kind of came to the conclusion that we should just move out, and pretty much, yeah, the show has cost me technically my home, but it's not my house, so we can just chill out about that. The big reason I went public with that information, because I've known that for quite a while, and we're already in the process of moving. It's been a few weeks since I found out, and it was pretty devastating at first, but I kind of learned to make the best of things and to move forward, to keep going forward with our plans for the show, our plans personally, and our plans what we want to do, because there's not much keeping me attached to Santa Monica, because the reason I moved down here was to be close to my previous job, and I don't work with that company anymore. So we don't really have much attaching us to this place except for the badass weather and the ridiculously visually interesting house that looks great on camera. So the other big issue that kind of prompted me to spark this conversation and to come forward to you guys, because I actually wasn't going to tell anybody and it was just going to happen, was the fact that wasn't as much troubling, and we were just going to continue on with Assist Me, but something else happened recently, and it's kind of make the future of the show a bit more challenging for us, especially because one of these people is a key member, and his name is Mike Young. You guys might remember Mike from several episodes of Assist Me. He's actually the main character and the main villain in the first season. He plays Wesker, he plays Deadpool, and he also plays Rocket Raccoon. Now alongside him and his wife, they've done a ton of production work for the show. This includes costumes, props, and they've been extremely helpful, and their dedication to the show and the project and their willingness to work with me has been bar none. Mike puts in so much time into this show, it's ridiculous, and he's taken a lot of the responsibilities for the second season of Assist Me as being the main writer and coordinator for the plot, and I think that's something that is coming along really well, and we're really excited to see. But something recently happened a few months ago. He just found out that he's going to have a kid, and this was negating our time pretty heavily, that we were wondering if we're going to be able to get this stuff done before Mike becomes a full-time father and stuff like that, and totally respecting his decision and see where things would go from there. But then just recently again, him and his wife just got laid off from their job, or his hours got severely cut. So there was a lot of things within the span of a short month that happened to our little production crew for Assist Me, and at the moment the future of the show is kind of in the balance and somewhat in jeopardy. We all want to keep doing this, and the fact is, for a lot of us that do our show, it's one of our favorite things to do. And for myself personally, doing this show has been like a passion project of mine. I've always wanted to tell stories and shoot film, but I have a lack of experience completely throughout the rest of my life, except a little bit of animation background. And this show was my outlet to do it, and it's really awesome what I think it's turned into, and the folks watching it especially, and the passion of some of the fans, how the people want to know what's going to happen in the story, how people really appreciate the information being presented in a way that it helps out newer players, especially to get into Marvel, because I'm sure you guys have figured this out by now. The entire goal of my whole channel for the past year has pretty much to bring in new players to the fighting game scene. And as much as I could easily go into like the Call of Duty direction, and I still really enjoy those games, and Call of Duty on YouTube has a huge outlet and hundreds of thousands and millions of people that watch Call of Duty videos all the time, I kind of like step back on that a little bit because I really like the fighting game scene, and I'm really dedicated to it because it's been a part of my personal life for so long, and I've only been into the COD scene for a few years now, like 3 or so. So I absolutely love making content for the Call of Duty guys. I know a few of you guys are watching, and it's one of my favorite games out there, and I'm okay at the game, and I have the opportunity to teach people how to get good at that one as well. But there's something about fighting games, there's something about the Versus series that I can never let go personally, and the fact that they're able to bring in people with something like Assist Me is what I think to be brilliant. So we're at this stalemate now where the future of Assist Me is somewhat in jeopardy because we're essentially going to be losing Mike, and we're going to be losing a lot of the resources I personally put into the show. When it comes to moving, things like these are expensive. It's not always been about money for the show because this entirety of the Assist Me seasons that you've seen, which is Season 1 and Season 2, have come out of our personal pockets. And for mine especially, and Mike too, for a lot of the sacrifices and the contributions he's made. He makes a lot of the costumes, he does a lot of them for free, and that stuff is expensive. It's not just expensive because it takes the design of the different pieces and putting a costume together. It's the time, and time can be a commodity that can be pretty difficult to come by, especially when you're working full-time and about to have a family, and now you're going to be looking for a job with your family. So nonetheless, a lot of strife came across us all of a sudden. And we don't get paid to do Assist Me. The only time we actually did get paid to work on this show was when Capcom approached us for the release of Ultimate Marvel 3, and we did 6 episodes of them for Ultimate Assist Me. At that point, it was pretty much like a gig. Capcom comes to you and they tell you, you know, or any client comes to you and they tell you, we want you to fix our roof. Capcom came to us and says, we want you to make 6 videos. You do so, and that's it. The deal is up. I've had some other opportunities to work with him, like on the Cross Assault and Street Fighter Cross Tekken thing, but that was just personally myself. And when it comes to the Assist Me production and the future of this stuff, it's all driven by us, and it's becoming an issue. So we, and you guys included, that are watching right now probably want to see the future of Assist Me continue. And and here's the part where we come to you guys for potential help. Now, and we're not going to start anything very soon because I'd like to do this correctly. I would like to do things that really give the fans something that they would feel that they might be contributing towards, like it's an investment, like they can feel that they can take something home with it in the long run. And similar to how Capcom came to us for a few episodes last year for Ultimate Assist Me, I feel like it's now a different situation where the fans are going to be our clients, and we're going to be doing our best to appease the fans and to make something really good and awesome out of the end of this season and future iterations of Assist Me that might be related to other games or anything else like that. Essentially, we want to keep the production going. So what's going to happen, hopefully within the next couple weeks, we're going to start maybe a donation drive online. Now this won't feature a basic donation drive where you just contribute money and that's it and we just give you a thank you. I'd really like to do it right. I'd like to contribute things from the show, exclusive items that you can't get anywhere else that you can get if you donate certain amounts, signed pieces of artwork, signed pieces of posters from most of the cast and the crew, things like that, and we haven't really fully thought this out yet. And it's, I want it to be worth it. I want you to bring something home, and I want you to feel like whatever amount you might contribute to us doing, I want you to feel that their money is being well spent, and it's being spent on something that we're going to put a lot of effort into, and you're going to see the result in the costumes, you're going to see the result in the camera work, the result in the tutorials, and hopefully the multitude of characters that we could potentially cover. So that's pretty much it. Nothing too severe along the lines of donation charity to save Max's house or anything insane like that. It's not like that, guys. I was already prepared to move out and to continue doing what I'm doing, but with the situation at hand right here, we would like to continue doing production shoots, Assist Me or not Assist Me related, and going to a new location for that is pretty important. So no need to feel bad. We'll make the new place just as awesome as we think this place is. And I think that there's one thing that I can tell you guys at the end of it is the ridiculous amount of support that has come from everybody when I gave a little bit of information has been absolutely overwhelming, especially for Mike and himself. When we have people saying that they want to contribute to us to continue doing what we're doing because they enjoy it so much. Like folks like Mike and myself, we don't really like taking handouts too much, which is why we want to do this right. Like if you give us something, we're going to give you something back, and whether that's a physical thing or something that you watch and come to see like once or twice every month, I think that's what's most important. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sitting through this huge rant of a video that's explaining what's going on, but there was a lot to explain. You don't see me on camera too much nowadays because I'm behind editing all the videos in the series of videos that are coming out so frequently nowadays because I'm really trying to focus on this thing. And when I see and I read that new people are being introduced every single day to fighting games, especially whether it's Soul Calibur, whether it's the Skullgirls videos I was making, or the new multitude of Capcom games, it really doesn't matter to me because it gets people involved in the genre, and I think that's one of the most important aspects of what I do, and it's the most satisfying as well. But thank you guys very much for watching and tuning in once again. I'll be back with some more updates regarding what's going to be happening if we end up doing a donation drive and the appropriate amount of prizes. We're going to show you exactly what you're getting if you donate, things like that. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. We couldn't have done this without you. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you next time.